Hello everyone, it's raining today, so I'm going to give you a rainy day workout for you. I just did an hour on my bike, so my legs are a little tired, but my body is warm, so I'm going to skip the warm-up. So if you need to warm up still, hit pause and get yourself warmed up, whether it's marching on the spot, skipping, whatever you want to do. Get the body moving, move those joints, shoulders. We're doing upper body, so get the upper body moving, torso twists and stuff. Maybe a little bit of a lower body just to get them warm, because you're going to need them for your legs for stabilizers. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to go through one round of everything. Now I'm using some tools that I have here, mainly my stability ball. If you don't have a stability ball, you can always try balancing on one foot a little bit and touching your toe down, sitting on a chair, whatever, or just standing or on the ground, whatever it is. All right, so you pick what you need and I'll go get my stuff. All right, so here's my stability ball. And because I said my whole body is warm already, I'm going to go get my first exercise is just an arm curl, bicep curl. But I'm going to use this on a stabilizer. So like if you have a table, I wouldn't even use a table. I would just stand there, stand or sit on a chair. Keep your elbow at your side and just doing the arm curl. I'm going to do 10 repetitions and I'm going to use my middle weight. Well, it's kind of my heavy weight. We're going to give it a try. If I can't get 10 at the heavy weight that you have, drop it down to the lighter weight and finish off those 10 repetitions. So here's how I'm going to do it. It's isolated arm curl. I'm going to start with one at a time. I'm going to grab my arm here, use my stability ball, place the back of my arm kind of on front, okay, not on top, but just kind of in front so that you're stabilized. Now if you want to increase some balance technique or anything, your whole body, squeezing your thighs and your hamstrings and your glutes. And here we go. I'm going to do 10 on this side and then 10 on the other side. And then I'm going to move on because I want to go through all the exercises here first. 6, 7, 8, 9, I think I got it, 10. Now if you're not sure if you have it, don't hurt yourself. A lot of times we can drop it down and lock the elbow by accident because we don't have full control. So if that's the case, drop down the weight. You're still working hard. If your muscle's contracting, it's contracting. It doesn't do it part way. All right, here we go. If you need assistance with somebody, have them nearby. Yeah, let's get them. 1, 2, 3. My knees are off the ground, but if you want to place them on the ground, that's okay. You can do that too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. I'm keeping it up because I don't want to drop it down. My floor is not all rubber or anything, so I don't want to wreck it as well. I do have my yoga mat down here, so I'm able to place my metal weight down. Whew. All right, so I'm going to go through. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2. Oh, stability ball. That's a knee tuck. So this is an ab exercise, but your whole body's working. Your chest has to work, your upper back, your arms. All right, I'm just going to move my weight to the side. I'm going to figure out how to get this here. All right, I'm going to stand. So this one might be a little hard to do without a stability ball. So if that's the case, try a mountain climber. I'll show you that one in a second here. You're going to do 10 repetitions. Now you can place the ball on your thighs. If you're a beginner, my hands, I'm just like in a push-up position. Okay, I'm going to come back a little bit here. Fingers are wide. I'm supporting. My hand should be underneath my chest and shoulder area. It shouldn't be in front of me because that will actually pinch my shoulder and or your wrist. So you want to make sure you don't have that. All right. Okay. Well, my hands here, it's cut off, but that's okay. We're going to knee tuck. Low abs in. Squeeze tight. 1, 2, 3. A mountain climber is just like this. Your toes are on the floor and you're just going to do one knee at a time. And if you want, cross over one knee at a time. I'm doing 7, I think. 8, 9, 10. Good. And I step off. Give a second here. Shake it off. Grab yourself a drink if you need to. And if you want, pause it here and start exercise 1 again, which is your arm curl. And then come back to this and get 3 sets in, okay? So if you want to go back and forth, pause it now. Okay, so I'm going to go into my third exercise. I call these ones skull crushers. I'm going to use a little bit of a lighter weight to start on my first round. Again, because I don't know how strong my arms feel. Still dumbbells. You don't have dumbbells and you're not sure if you have even weights, like 2 milk jugs or something, anything. Just do one arm at a time. You can do this over your head, or this is how I'm going to do this. So if you can do it with a bar, you can. Okay, feet flat on the floor, feet a little wider than hips for stability, resting your head on the ball, okay? A lot of people tend to think they need to have their head off and they're straining their neck. Let's use the ball as a pillow. Pull the belly button in, hips, squeeze the hips up so that they're in line with your body, not falling down, okay? So we're already in like an ab crunch and our legs are on fire, and that's okay. Hands up, shoulder level. If you want to use a bar, even a broomstick, just to get the motion, because a lot of muscles are working. Keep the elbows, very important, above your shoulders. Bring the weights down to your temple or your ears, and then bring them back up again, and then turn them away. This just gives a little bit more. Bring it back. Now, if you're using a bar, you obviously can't turn away. Okay, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. Well, another couple things that are going on there before I move on. Just so you know, I have a little tendonitis going on in my elbow. So if I went too heavy, I would have actually felt it there and it would be like a sharper pain and it would hurt. And I'd be like, why would I be doing that? So the fact that I actually use the lighter weights, I could almost feel it working, but it's not hurting. So I was like, okay, I can stick with that. I will try 2 more sets. But if by the third set, if it's hurting, then I'm just going to stop that one. And we'll just give it a little bit more break and stretch and maybe a little massage or something. Okay, so, all right, so the next exercise, no weights. It's still using the stability ball because I felt like I wanted a stability ball workout today. If you don't have this, you're just flat down on the ground. Okay? It's going to be a back extension, slight twist or lift, and a pull down all in one. Okay, so we're just getting lots of muscles working, having your whole body supported. Knees off the floor, toes wide, toes on the ground, but if you want to place your feet wider for balance, that's good. Making sure your chest is off the ball, but if you're wanting to, you can rest your head, your whole thing on the ball or on the floor. If you're not, like I said, go onto the floor and you're just lying flat. You want to pretend that you're holding like maybe an apple, not squishing the apple, but just holding it there. So you don't want to squish it, and of course you don't want to drop it. Okay, keep it level. Good, so here's the extension. Elbows out. We're going to lift. That's part 1. I'm going to lift my left shoulder, look towards you. Part 2, and then I'm going to pull that elbow down towards my hip, along with my shoulder blade. 3. That's 1. Bring it back. Okay, and I'm just going to go the other side. 2. A little bit of a tilt. Elbow, shoulder blade down to hip. Back center. Level and lower. Good. That's 2. 3. Twist. Down. Good. That's it. 4. Lift and twist. Get that lift good. Back down. 5. Lift, twist. May not even be much movement. That was 5. Bring it back down. 6. But you feel it, all parts of your back, and of course your legs are stabilizing. Good. For some reason, it's really tiring for me. All right, 7. Lift, pull down. Good. 8. Twist, lift. Good. Remember that apple. 9. Twist, lift. Good. Back down. 10. Lift, twist, back down. Stretch it out. You have the stability ball or a chair, something that's a little bit higher. Just kind of lengthen your spine, tucking your tailbone underneath you, like as if you had a tail. You bring it underneath, just giving a stretch, dropping your chest down. Oh yeah, good. Grab a drink if you need one, and pause it here and do the knee tuck, or sorry, not the knee tuck, do the skull crusher using the bar or your dumbbells, hand weights, whatever you have. Just getting into that bridge is hard enough, then you get into that bridge. And then go into this back extension combination. All right, so pause now, get 2 more sets in. All right, so we're gonna continue on. Last one. All we're gonna do, I'm gonna use the stability ball, but we can go onto the ground. Okay, so I only have one more, but it's also a 2-parter, okay? So if you don't have a ball, lying on the ground is just fine. Might be a little trickier to get the squeeze, but that's okay. All right. If you had like a chair that's stabilized, you could probably pull it off that way too, as long as it's soft enough for your side to sit on. I'm gonna cross my legs to stabilize myself. That's one level. If you can stabilize yourself stacking your feet, I'm already wiggling. If you need your fingertips on the ground or the wall or a riser or anything, you can do that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my bottom foot behind a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna take my fingertips to the floor for sure here. I'm gonna stretch my upside, so this is my left side. I'm gonna stretch it up high. Lengthen it long, good. Now I'm gonna bring my knee and hip, my elbow and my shoulder all together. 1, and stretch. 2, if you need to place your knee on the ground, you can do that. 3, you can place your foot wherever you need to stabilize yourself. 4, 5, it's funny, I did this exercise the other day and I was like, why can I not stabilize myself? So now that's why I wanted to do it again. Get that shoulder, hip, elbow, and knee. 6, I don't know. 7, make sure you get the stretch through the underarm and your hip, okay? 8, squeeze, now lengthen. 9, and lengthen. And 10, and lengthen. Good. Oh, bring it back down. You can add crunches in this. Same thing, it's like shoulders and hips, okay? It's not neck. Hold that apple, okay? It's not neck strain. Take a break, rest. If you're on the ground, rest your head in between. Every time you crunch. That's why I'm gonna do this one quickly, just because, why not add more? Okay, so my back, under my shoulder blades, right at the base of them, to my hips, it's all supported. Now it's gonna feel weird, but you can actually lay back, stretch and lengthen. So if you're on the ball, you gotta find that spot where you can rest your head if you really needed to. Otherwise, you just wanna sit the bottom of your shoulder blades there. Get the crunches. So hips, shoulders in together. Stabilize yourself, use whatever you may need. Remember that apple there, okay? Don't crush it, don't drop it. Like an accordion, squeeze. 1. That's the movement, nothing else. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Take a breather. Drop back if you need to. Gently, stretch. Give yourself a little. It's really hard. Like, I do it all the time to know that I'm not using it, but if it's been a while and you're like, I swear I'm trying not to use my neck, give it a massage. Take a moment break there. Okay, now I'm going to go the other side. I don't really have stabilization yet, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. Oh, there we go. I might have to use my knee on this one. My yoga mat's not on this side. I'm going to stretch out long. Good. Good, nice long stretch. Now we're going to squeeze in. 1. Remember, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee. All like an accordion. Just the top part of an accordion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Remember, if you're on the ground, you can support yourself. You can rest your head down after each set, whatever it may be. Okay, so that's one round of all the exercises on our rainy day workout. So hit pause to get 2 more sets in, okay? So hit that pause. Now, if you're going to with me now, we're going to get some stretches in. That's it. Stretches can happen throughout the whole thing. If you needed to stretch a little bit more, because after you saw what we had to do, then stretch a little bit more, okay? Shoulders, we're going to rotate our joints, our head, our shoulders, our hips. We'll do it all. Okay, so I'm going to sit on the ground. To start, since I'm already here, I'm going to take my legs out in front of me. Okay, just we're going to kind of shake them up, knees up. But don't lock your knees on the downwards. If you think you have an issue, place like a pillow underneath. Use your hands if you must. Okay, so just get a little bit of a yoga stretch. Now you're going to push your heels outwards. That means your toe is going to go up to the sky or even towards you a little bit. Okay, just giving the stretch in the calves here. Instead of circling them, we're going to point them. Toes towards you, toes pointed away. Just stretch in the shin area. We'll get a stretch on the outside of your legs. That's right. Bring it in, toes inwards, heels. If you can lift your heels up off the floor, lift them. If not, don't worry about it. Just think about it. It's all good. And now from here, I'm just going to keep my right toe inwards and I'm going to point my left toe. Just give it a little fun here. Good. And then switch it up. Totally. Good. Perfect. Good. So this is a great stretch to do sitting at your desk chair. If you're working from home and you're like, oh, I just need to move my legs a little bit. Just pointing those toes, flexing those toes. If you're wearing shoes, take them off. Good. Bring them back to normal. Let your legs just stretch out as normal. I'm going to pull one foot in. If that's too much for you, keep both legs out. I'm going to reach my chest towards the toe now. So sitting up a little bit, nice long spine. Reach out towards my toe. You're going to get a stretch in the hip of the bent leg. You're going to get a stretch maybe in the hamstring on both legs, but definitely the one leg that's extended. And now from here, keep your chest out, drop your shoulders, pull it chin inwards, and just let yourself hang out there. Rest those arms. If you're hanging out there at this level, you're getting the same stretch, the same feeling. Just take a moment here, deep breath in and let it travel that spine. Exhale. Good. Switch it up. Extend your other leg if you have one extended. Try bending. Good. Chest out forward. Reach out forward. You can do this stretch actually on a chair, on your stability ball, or standing. Use anything that may support you. Just don't throw your whole body weight there. And that way, drop your shoulders and chin to your chest. And rest those arms. Good. This is also a great one to do if you're at your desk and you have nothing else to do, or at the moment you just get low back. Place both feet on the ground, keep them legs bent, and just drape across your knees as much as you can. Rest your head somewhere. If it has to be on your hands, then rest it on your hands. Deep breath in, exhale, and bring yourself back up. Since I'm sitting down, I want to do some quad stretches here. Like I said, I did do a bike earlier, but we did do a lot of leg work, surprisingly. Grab your shin, point your knee away, give it a stretch. Good. And release. You can do this one standing if you had to, but sitting or lying down might be easier for you. Don't lock those elbows. Grab your shin, point your knee away. Can't grab your shin, grab your foot. All's good. Now here's a trick. If you cannot grab your foot, whether it's sitting or standing, but you need to get a stretch in, either place your toe on a ball or a chair, point your knee down, or grab yourself a towel or a band, a skipping rope, whatever it is, loop it around your foot and pull it up and hold it that way. Yeah, okay? Nice. Good stretch and relax. Okay, I'm just sitting down because that's where I am. That's where my camera is today. We're gonna get some shoulder rolls backwards. I'm drawing the largest circle. Now, if you're like me and I have one tender shoulder, because over the years, just overusing, you can start with one shoulder at a time and start small and then work yourself bigger and then go to the other one. Right? There's a lot of you out there, so a lot of us have many different pains or strains or, sorenesses, whatever it may be. So make sure you adapt these to fit your needs. Okay, we're going to open up the shoulder blades. So first of all, hands wide, arms long. Exhale. It's like hug that stability ball. Open up the shoulder blades, round your spine behind you. Interlace your fingers if you can. Good. So it's like you're interlacing your fingers, but you're trying to pull them apart at the same time. Good. And rest. Squeeze the shoulder blades, not up, behind you. Reach either your low back or interlace your fingers at your low back. This one you can do standing, sitting, or in a chair or on the floor. Lengthen the arms if you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Open up that chest. Exhale if you want. And you're standing. A lot of people like to do a forward fold. Chin towards your chest. Good. And bring it back. Good. I'm going to do a quick arm. So drop your shoulder, open up. Take that same arm that's across now. Bring it up. Pat yourself on the back. Now take your other hand to support. Slide the hand down your spine and a gentle push onto your elbow. Okay? May not be any movement at all. You'll feel it. Good. Rest it out. Other arm across. Drop the shoulder so it's not up here, okay? Good. Oh, just hear that pop? I know I did. Good. And now take the arm up. Give yourself a pat on the back. Great job. Take your other hand to support. Gentle slide down your spine. Keep a nice tall spine. Try not to be all hunched over. This is another one if you're like, I can't reach up or it's not going downwards. That's okay. Just get the motion here. Good. Shake it out. Couple breaths. A little bit of clapping. Great job. You just did this rainy day workout and I'm happy if you're happy and we'll see you next time. Remember, make the adjustments to fit your needs. Have a good day.